Oh, Gregory, you made it to the lunch walk, which is pretty late. Yeah, beautiful flowers. Even though it's freezing cold, they do grow. I think this is a poppy of some sort. Yeah, it's really nice. Pansies are doing excellent. Oh, what is this? Tsubaki. Camellia, I believe. Big buds. You can get oil from that and it's good for your hair. Oh, this is winter sweet. This is beautiful, beautiful fragrant tree that I usually smell in the other park. That's a big tree. If you don't trim it, I guess it grows pretty tall. Some tiny flowers and pansies. And over there, they're shooting arrows. Archer is in session. Oh, I was right. This is canola. Does Japan always smell like flowers? Yeah. If you go close to a volcano, it smells like sulfur. Depends on the place. Ocean place smells like ocean. Oh, these actually smell great. Wow, it's like sweet honey smell almost. Beautiful. Canadian oil comes from this branded canola. That was so tiny before. Oh, these ones that finally came. Narcissuses. I think we're gonna go downstairs down to the pond. There was a whole bunch of them in the side. Ooh, another arrow flew. Ninjas are shooting darts. Yeah, no, bees are it's the coldest season, so they are very lazy. And if it's really sunny, you probably will see few of them, but not all. So it's warm enough, for some of them to scout out and fly. But it's actually cold, so they don't really want to work. But when the summer comes or spring, oh, they start flying. But then, they don't have the sun to fly, so they're lazy in the spring too. And I think a few days ago I went to the park where there were these plums blooming. There were lots of bees there. So something is, active. It's just like ants. There are just some ants that they never go to sleep. They keep on scavenging. And but that's, the mostly all of them are sleeping. My ants are similar. They are kind of sleeping, but there's some that are standing guard, of course. It's kind of funny, and give them some water, and yeah, they're alive. They're alive. Most of them don't really move at all, but only like 2 out of, what do I have? 8 maybe move. So who knows? Maybe they got born with abnormal DNA. bamboo forest. But I'm glad both of my aunts, they haven't eaten anything in their life. I heard that they gradually get exposed to colder and colder temperatures, like in the nature. They start making natural antifreeze, so their bodies don't form water crystals, and that's how they survive. But if they get frozen really quickly, they will die. I think they need time. Very well adapted to the conditions. I think ants are easy. I think the next level is to try keeping hornets. That would be exciting. Well, maybe try keeping wasps that are smaller. I've seen some people keeping termites. Termites are so ugly, oh god. Not as nice as ants. Never leave my house. What, do you have ants? What was I talking about? Ants? As long as you're not allergic, that's true. So true. But I think eventually you'll become allergic. Oh, ants, yeah. Yeah, if you get the queen somewhere, they will be there with you. They will be your pets for another 20 years. It's actually cool to observe them. But when you have that, nest controlled and the queen contained, you can observe, where the brood is and what they're doing, what they're feeding, how they're feeding, how they work as a collective together. One ant will not work. One queen doesn't. They all have to work together. It's all like one big thing. And they're so similar to wasps, but they diverged from common ancestors so far away that it's almost unbelievable. Oh, someone has collected the citrus fruits. Atlas moths, yeah. Yeah, Atlas, you can keep anything. Whatever you like. Once had guppies, the fish. And my friend was saying, yeah, we have these in Sri Lanka. They just swim in the sewage. Or in the river. Ah, what a nice day. As long as you stay in the sun, it's warm, but in the shade, it's frigidly cold. And if you walk, it's hot. Oh, rice paddies here. They're huge. Yeah, I used to keep spiders once. When I was a kid, I tried ants, but I didn't understand the queen thing. But they were still fun to observe. And then I went for the spiders. I collected so many spiders and I had so many little spider babies. It was cool. Something flew out of that flower. close here, close to the quiet park. What is that? We hear a bulbul. Bulbul is screeching. These birds came to eat my tomatoes today. Your poor parents. Yeah, I had lots of space. I don't think they even noticed. I had this aquarium that I used to keep fish, but I never did it later. And I think I had hamsters. And after the hamsters, I did spiders and ants. And it was some fun. But the ants, I could never figure out how to keep them. There weren't any ant clubs or anything like this. So now, this is popular. You can find so much stuff on the internet. And back then, there was not even an internet to uh, to search this. You would be lucky if you found something in the library. Of course, yeah, good luck keeping ants in the library. that you would never find that book. Maybe a local club, but I don't think so. There we go. Narcissuses are blooming very nicely. Oh, they're in the shade here, so not much comes. Oh, more of them are here. Whoa, nice. Oh yeah, spring is almost here. They look so nice. Beautiful. Wonder when will they clean this up? Some of the leaves down here or lilies? Oh, actually, the lilies formed some pods. Maybe there's some seeds inside or something. Is Japan ever devoid of flowers? Sandy beaches, nothing grows there. Or if you go to the sand dunes, it's like a desert, nothing there, no flowers, no anything. And then volcanoes, like after they erupt, they evaporate everything. So yeah, if you go to Mount Fuji, there's no flowers there, especially when it erupted last time. Even after 300 years, barely anything. But everything else, there's lots of stuff. Winter's kind of plain, just like this, nothing really. Just a few plants are green and everything else is hibernating. And when spring comes, it's green, and then the jungle starts growing. You have to start trimming everything, otherwise it becomes wild and impossible. Something is moving there. Something is moving. Bird? Yeah, birds are in there. Trying to find food. But Japan is, everyone loves flowers. They have amazing botanical gardens, like in Tokyo and Yokohama. Whoa, just amazing. Or some gardens that have only one type of flower, like peonies, and they bloom only, at the one time in the air, and only then the garden is open. And then it goes into Ikebana, you know, with the flower arrangement. That's a big thing. Doing that, it's a fun hobby. And you can enter some competitions. Ikebana. I've seen so much Ikebana, my goodness. Like professional stuff. Are there any fish here? Too cold for them to swim, maybe. I guess not. Nothing noticeable. And then, of course, you have gardens, Japanese gardens. You know, there's arranging trees, plants in the park. That's a huge job. And you have to coordinate it with seasons and make it look like something civilized. Oh, that takes some talent, I think. I think in the past, the people from like China were hired to design some of those gardens or parts of them. And some other people had gardens, you know, like 300 years ago. That looked like places in Japan, like some Kyoto, for example, with some river, famous river. Yeah, a lot of work. You would spend for probably 40 years making a garden where you can relax. Or, you know, tiny Mount Fuji. Then there is a big lake. Everything in a miniature form. And then you have to figure out, you know, the trees. You have to cut them in the right way. It's very, very, very detailed work. Many of these gardens, you know, they were discontinued when the nobility disappeared. But sometimes, you know, wealthy people started to buy them, like some bosses of big companies, like in 1800s, late 1800s. And that's how some of them survived, because they just gave it back to public during the modern era. But still, you know, city must be paying so much money just to keep these things, and the entrance is not free. You have to pay money to get in, because that would be too expensive to keep things like that. But still, it's cool. You can buy a yearly pass and enjoy. Oh, Dev, welcome. How are you doing? I have to tell you, Dev, that my vacuum machine got stuck on the Japanese, what do you call it? Where do you put shoes? Forgot the English name. The entrance way for the shoes. I guess we don't have such thing, do we? There's always a step in that entranceway in Japan, because it's in a traditional Japanese house. This is how, you know, the whole house is raised. So they have this step even in apartments, modern apartments, which is annoying. And it was a no-go zone, and thank God it went down the step. It's about maybe 2 inches high. And it said, I'm stuck. help, sorry, pausing. I was at work. And when I came back, I had to just lift it and resume it, and off it went. It worked very well. It's almost like a pet, right? You have to sometimes watch it. Oh, and today I had great fun of, oh, what's he doing? Repairing the truck. And they're playing soccer. Is it gonna be a goal? Oh, maybe not. Oh, Myrna, you are here too. Welcome. How are you doing? And today I have installed the holder for my phone on my folding bicycle. Yes, mine does that too. I thought you were going to say it broke. No, 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 my gosh, no. It didn't break. Everything is still safe. Doing good, fantastic. And the holder, now I can hold the phone in between my steering, and it's really awesome. And then I took the plunge and I installed the light holder as well for cat eye lights. And that one, I had to unscrew one screw. One screw holds the fender, holds the whole brake assembly, all in one place. So I was so worried, how am I gonna, center this thing, or, if I lose some washer, it's gonna be a disaster. So I did it really, really carefully, and I succeeded. I watched the YouTube video. And I even got the torque wrench set to like 8 Newton meters. Whoa, I felt so satisfied. I got the right torque, I got it all centered. And it's really solid. And I can mount my cat eye straight under my bag next to the mud guard on the front wheel. Really cool and compact. And the most important thing is that when I fold the bicycle, it doesn't interfere with folding. There's so many mounts that when you fold it, it's like you are finished and it doesn't fold or it gets in the way. So I'm glad I did it. And the mounts weren't that expensive. Some company, probably everything is made in China, but really solid stuff though, not cheap looking. I love the click noise of the torque. Yeah, yeah, that was the most satisfying. The first click, you have to let go after the first click. So now I must go and do some geocaching and test the whole thing. Is it gonna fall apart on the way? Tightened it really well. It's pretty solid. Even there's a little security line that, just in case it falls, it will dangle on a security line. Fun times. Yeah, the whole bicycle, you think it's simple, but there's so many tiny things in there. All the screws, they have torques. You don't wanna, overdo anything. I guess you could do things without the torque wrench because, the bicycle isn't that super duper accurate. Well, it's kind of satisfying. You don't need to take it to the dealer. Save the money, have fun yourself. You know, I bought the bicycle stand so that I can hang the bicycle and sit down and do it. Before I was struggling, you know, cleaning it. I had to like bend my bag and clean there, and oh, and my bag was bad. But with the stand, it's really nice. Safety is good, yep. Safety is always number one priority. Anything under 10 nanometers just means hand tight. Oh, really? Oh, that's good to know. See, you know more than me. But you know, sometimes there's just screws that you have no idea how tight they should go. And that is scary. Especially if you have some good quality stuff. Look at these tulips, they're still growing. It's amazing. Oh, that is already losing its flowers. These ones are closed. It's unbelievable that it's the coldest season. Without the sun, it's so cold and freezing. With the sun, it's nice and warm. Huge difference. But it's nice to see these flowers. All right, everyone. I'm going to go. Thanks for joining, and I learned about torque. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll scope again. Bye for now. Take care, Beth. Bye, everyone. Scoping down.